friends, welcome to Technique. This is Normal here, and in this video we'll talk about two smartphones from Xiaomi, the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the Poco F1. So we all know that Xiaomi announced the Poco F1 in India last September, and this was a really great offering from Xiaomi in the flagship category. The Poco F1 redefined the segment actually, with the Snapdragon 845 being offered at a very low pricing. Now the device is being sold at almost 20k price segment. So the Poco F1 did create a big storm in India in the smartphone market, with great hardware being offered. The Snapdragon 845 is actually a flagship processor, and that was offered at a very low pricing, and it did come with a pretty good set of cameras as well. Overall, the hardware offered on the Poco F1 was really good, and this was one of the really high-end flagship smartphones at an affordable price segment. Now in 2019, Xiaomi announced their successor in the Redmi Note series, the Redmi Note 7 Pro. So Redmi Note 7 Pro made a global debut in India. That's something which is really great from Xiaomi, because India is one of the great smartphone markets for Xiaomi, and they announced the Redmi Note 7 Pro with a 48 megapixel Sony IMX586 sensor and a really good hardware at an crazy pricing of 13,999. So that was 14k pricing for the 4GB RAM and 64GB storage being offered. Now a lot of you have been asking us whether you should go with the Redmi Note 7 Pro instead of buying the Poco F1. So that's definitely a genuine question, because Redmi Note 7 Pro is a lot cheaper than the Poco F1, but is it really better than the Poco F1? That's what we're going to evaluate in this video. So now coming to the actual part, we did a camera comparison of the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the Poco F1. You can actually check out that video to see how camera has come out on both the phones. Now coming to the detailed comparison, so we have the Redmi Note 7 Pro and the Poco F1. So we'll do a quick comparison and about all the features, the specifications and the aspects, and see which is a really better value for money device. So first let's talk about the design and build quality. So design wise, we would definitely say that the Redmi Note 7 Pro is a better looking device out there, with the smaller notch. The notch on the Poco F1 is a lot bigger, and also the bezels at the bottom are slightly on the higher side, while it has been refined in the Note 7 Pro, and we feel the design definitely looks better on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Even the build quality feels better with glass finishing. We have Gorilla Glass 5 on the back and the front panel, while we do have Gorilla Glass, but it's not the latest version. Again, Poco F1 has quite good build quality. We won't say it's a bad build quality. It's a plastic material, but then still we would feel the Redmi Note 7 Pro with the glass finish gives it a premium finishing, even though this is made of plastic frame. But out of the two devices, we would definitely pick the Redmi Note 7 Pro in terms of the design and build quality. The next major feature is the display. Now when the Poco F1 was launched, one of the major complaints with the Poco F1 was the display bleeding issue. So initially Poco or Xiaomi replaced a lot of devices with the screen bleeding issue, and when we reviewed the Poco F1, we mentioned that the display quality is quite okay because it's a full HD panel, but then it's definitely not the best out there. It's an IPS LCD panel on the Poco F1, but still the panel quality was not very great, and it's kind of not bad, but then it's definitely an average performer. Now coming to the Redmi Note 7 Pro, the display quality is definitely improved. It's again an IPS LCD panel, but the display is definitely improved on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Again, it has Gorilla Glass 5 support. So again, in the display aspect, we would pick the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Now talking about the software. So here we have the same UI, the MIUI 10 on both the phones. Now we have Android 9.0. This was announced with Android 8.1 Oreo, the Poco F1, but it did get the Android 9.0 update. Now we have the Android 9.0 on the Poco F1. Same goes with the Redmi Note 7 Pro as well. It also has the Android 9.0 update along with MIUI 10. So both are exactly the same in terms of the software performance, except for one major thing, that is no ads in Poco F1. So Poco F1 does not have any ads in the UI, while the Xiaomi's Redmi Note 7 Pro does have the ads. So that's one major consideration. If you're a person who is a bit frustrated with the ads in MIUI 10, then the Poco F1 definitely is the phone to go, because it does not have any ads in the MIUI for Poco. It's actually MIUI for Poco, it's what the company claims. So it's slightly different in terms of the UI as well, because we get an app drawer, and it's having the Poco launcher. Even though it's a MIUI, it's a slightly different version of MIUI. So that's one important consideration in terms of the software. Now next, let's talk about the most important aspect, the performance. So we have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 chipset. It's a relatively new chipset on the Redmi Note 7 Pro, with we have 4GB RAM as well as 6GB RAM being offered, 64 and 128 gigs of storage being offered. Now when we tested this device for extreme intense tasks, it was able to perform pretty well. The gaming was kind of average, we would say, slightly above average, not the best out there. We did 2 gaming tests, and both even after update, it was not very smooth. Not really sure about if it is an issue with the Redmi Note 7 Pro or the games not being optimized for Qualcomm Snapdragon 675, but the gaming experience was not that great. Now talking about the gaming experience of the Poco F1, definitely good for the price segment. With Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, it is really powerful and it is effortless in terms of gaming, even though it does have some minor hiccups here and there, but then still for the price segment, this is definitely better gaming experience than the Redmi Note 7 Pro. So overall, in terms of the performance aspect, the Poco F1 has an edge over the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Now coming to the cameras. So we have done a detailed camera review of these two devices. So we have a dual camera setup. We have a primary 48 megapixel camera, again a secondary 5 megapixel depth sensing camera on the Redmi Note 7 Pro. We have a 13 megapixel selfie camera as well. Now on the Poco F1, we have a 12 megapixel primary camera, secondary 5 megapixel shooter. We also have a 20 megapixel selfie camera on the Poco F1. So here are some samples we have taken with these two phones, and we would say that the Redmi Note 7 Pro was a better choice in terms of the camera performance, because of the Sony IMX586 sensor. It does a pretty good job both in terms of the video quality, the photo abilities, the low light performance was better, but the selfie experience was slightly better on the Poco F1, but not by a huge margin. Again, that's a personal choice, we would leave it to your viewers. But overall, we feel the Redmi Note 7 Pro definitely has an edge in terms of the camera aspect. Now finally, the battery life. So both the devices have 4000 mAh capacity battery. Both have fast charging supported. That's Qualcomm 4.0 support is there. Quick Charge 4.0 is supported, and this is 18 watt fast charging is supported. But the difference is that Poco F1 definitely has the adapter in the box, while we have to purchase a separate adapter if you want to fast charge the Redmi Note 7 Pro. So that's the difference between these two devices in terms of the battery. Now talking about the battery life and battery performance, that's one area where we feel both are equally good. 4000 mAh gets you more than a day easily, with around 6 to 7 hours is easily manageable on both the devices. So that was the detailed comparison. So which is the better device to buy here? So without doubt, the Redmi Note 7 Pro offers great build quality, great pricing, a good display, great cameras, and overall it's a worthy package except for minor issues like gaming was not very great, and also ads in MIUI is slightly annoying at times. So except for that, the Redmi Note 7 Pro is a great package. So should you go with the Redmi Note 7 Pro? We can't really say we should be going with the Redmi Note 7 Pro in all the cases, because if you want a device with a powerful gaming experience, then the Poco F1, and also the MIUI for Poco feels really refreshing, and there are no ads. So some things where the Poco F1 has advantage is a powerful hardware, because if you are a person who wants extreme performance like gaming and great hardware with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 845, then the Poco F1 definitely has advantage in that. But otherwise, if you're looking for a value for money smartphone, then probably going with the Redmi Note 7 Pro makes sense. That was the detailed comparison of the Poco F1 with the Redmi Note 7 Pro. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.